Ciao guys, soy Furious and welcome to the Pimax 5K Plus review, the first VR headset on the market with wide field of view, promising the next generation VR experience. If you don't know about Pimax, Pimax was the most successful VR crowdfunding campaign in history. 2 years ago they raised over $4 million, which is even more than what Oculus raised back in 2012. Impressive, and they are actually delivering their products right now, as you can see, after a long wait. So, without further ado, let's see together if this VR headset really stands up to the high expectation, the long wait, and the premium price tag. Let's get to it. At this point, as always, let's start to talk about some specs with some slick shots. The Pimax 5K Plus has two custom LCD display, 2560 by 1440 in resolution for a total of 7.5 million pixels that works at 90 Hz. There's an IPD adjustment, it uses custom Fresnel lenses, and the FOV is 200 degrees diagonal. For audio, it has a 3.5mm audio jack, integrated microphone on the bottom, and two USB Type-C connection. For tracking, it uses the Steam VR tracking, but it also has integrated gyroscope. For fitting, it uses an adjustable headset strap, and the face cushion is in foam and replaceable. As software, it uses a proprietary Pi tool, but it also runs games from Steam VR and Oculus Home. Talking about comfort, Pimax delivered the headset with an old-school 3-points Velcro strap and a stiff face cushion. The best thing about this solution is that they're both removable. Luckily, as I showed over here, you're gonna be able to mount the deluxe audio strap pretty easily, a must solution to enjoy this headset. And with that, you're also gonna gain the audio. Not bad at all. And if you remember in that video, I was talking about the problem with smaller heads, thing that I solved with the VR cover dust fake padding, making it very stable. Super recommended, the links are gonna be in the description below. The poor quality cover and the big stitches on the strap will really make the experience kind of poor without the deluxe audio strap, and thanks to the overall lightweight of the HMD, given the huge footprint compared to the others, it looks really massive. The headset really can feel perfect on your head, even for long VR sessions. But that is also thanks to the very light plastic, and as you can see in my unit, are already starting to crack with the regular use. Not so good, and I assure you that I didn't run to a wall with this on. Oh, and forget about glasses, your eyes are just too close to the lenses to wear them without the risk of scratching them. The cable is long enough with over 5 meters to don't get on the way, it's removable, and it ends up with a DisplayPort, USB 3.0 and AC adapter on the PC side, and with a proprietary attachment on the HMD. And it's through this cable that the magic arrives to this custom-made massive LCD display through these also custom-made and massive Fresnel lenses. This is the core of the system, the reason why these headsets shine compared to all the competition and bring something new, unknown till now, to the market. And of course we're talking about visual with the stunning, breathtaking 170 degrees of field of view. Yes, my friend, the 200 degrees was like a mere marketing move. I talk very in depth about visuals in the video over here, so feel free to check it out if you are interested. So in this video we'll focus more on the experience instead. Having Fresnel lenses without God rays is really a blessing. You have to trade it with some glaring, but I will do it anytime, to be honest. The sweet spot is also crystal clear and huge when you find it, more about that later. Everything will look crisp and readability is at the maximum thanks to the RGB pixel arrangement and the high resolution of 2560 by 1440 provided by these panels. And thanks to this resolution, the FOV is much larger than expected. You're gonna be able to see more, spot more, get lost more in the experience surrounding you, getting things more immersive in many different ways. But, and yes, I'm saying but, there are actually some buts. The screen with lack of contrast, black colors is not a bad LCD overall, but it's far from the OLED AMOLED experience, making sometimes harder to spot an enemy in dark zones. The sweet spot is also very hard to find. Getting to the right spot on the lenses is very complicated, and knowing your PD is not just gonna be enough. In fact, I found my IPD to be completely useless when it comes to the Pimax. Some people use the near PD, that is the distance you're comfortable with, like for reading, but there's no way to really calculate it. What you have to do will be just to try and try until you find the moment where your eye strain is not so much. I will leave a link to the Pimax forum in the description below so you can know more about it. The eye strain will also be a big thing. Getting used to the wide FOV will take some time, and you're gonna have to recreate your VR legs. Because this is not gonna feel like the human vision. Things in the middle, as we said, are gonna be crystal clear, amazing, probably one of the best on your any VR headset experience out there. But for some visual overlapping issues, when it comes to over that, so the wider FOV, well, there you're not going to be able to read and see clearly the world surrounding you by just turning your eyes, forcing you to turn your head around instead of your eyes, like it happens in any other VR headset experience right now on the market. This implementation is really far from perfect, but really kudos to them to bring something like this to the market already. The distortions after a while are gonna go pretty much away, everything is gonna be better, you're gonna start to get used to it in a way, but I have to say that the eye strain will always remain a little there, and it's something that I wish it wasn't like that. And because we're talking about negatives, well, it's time to talk about the software. Pimax uses a proprietary software, PyTool, to run on PC, giving you far more options than what you should have. There you're gonna have the ability to change brightness, FOV, resolution, overlapping, reprojection, that's in beta, tracking, open the Pimax Home, a totally useless Galaxy Place, change things, change other things, and other things again. The problem of this is that you have to go constantly there to fix and adjust things before playing, making things much more complicated than what you were expect. Sometimes you just start a game and you start on two different screens instead of just as a VR experience, so you have to restart Steam VR and everything. Sometimes it just doesn't show up any image, sometimes instead it's very laggy, sometimes something else happens, it's always something, and that's a little problem about it. You also notice right away the lack of the proximity sensor, so many times you just put it on the desk and it stays on, or you grab it and it doesn't turn on at all, and that's something that they shouldn't maybe cheap out on. You also will have to turn it off manually every time, on the LED is gonna stay on forever. By the way, I love this LED, I wish more headset will have it because it just gives so much character, it's like so red, so it's cool to look at it. Even if actually when you are in VR you don't see it, but I don't care, it's just cool, I want it. But as it stands right now, everything still feels a little like a beta with stuff that change, improve or decrease every single update. That's beside the fact that the software for the volume rocker and the IPD adjustment is just amazing, gonna be on point every single time. Also with this, you're gonna be able to play every single Steam VR game out there, and also some Oculus games, actually all of them, without even using Revive. And that's actually very weird and a kind of sorcery that they do. I don't know how they do it, I probably don't want to know about it, but yeah, it works great, so good job for that. And because we're talking about playing, we have to talk about tracking. This headset has integrated accelerometer and gyroscope, so it can work by itself in 3DOF, but that's not what you want. To unlock its full potential, you're gonna have to use the Vive tracking that is fully compatible with, also for tracking 2.0, so that's very, very good. The experience with that will be exactly like your experience on the HTC Vive, but the only difference is that those are not gonna be in the box this time. And so that's with that we have to start to talk about the price, so what you're gonna get with the price of this headset itself. Let's be clear, the Pimax is freaking expensive. $699, you're gonna receive just a bare-bones system with the two screens and the lenses, and all the rest will be pretty much up to you. If you wanna unlock the full potential, as we said, you're gonna need to have, or you're gonna have to buy an HTC Vive, so it's gonna come with the lighthouses and the controllers, and so you're gonna be able to use it also for a room scale experience, like we are used to any other VR experience. Because also the one from Pimax are out of any ETA, so we don't know when they're gonna arrive, and also we don't know the price at all because they're just a deposit over there, so who knows how much they're gonna be. So you will have to have audio, a deluxe audio strap, like better covers to make it more comfortable and usable, and so all of that together will bring the price over $1,200. It's insane, and that's not even considering the PC that you need to run this thing, that is gonna be like a very high-end PC. If you want an enjoyable experience, you will need at least a 1080 Ti or a 2080. But I have to tell you that in my case, I had to update from a 1080 to a 2080 Ti, and still right now, I still struggle to get to 90 FPS in some games using this at native resolution. And we're talking about a over $1,000 graphic card. And did I tell you that the warranty is not even included? At least like nobody knows about it. But on the other side, you're gonna have a future-ready VR headset where the two USB Type-C will let you upgrade to future accessories like the hand tracking module from Leap Motion. Nate did an amazing video about it, you should check it out. Eye tracking, scent module, and so on. So you'll be able to spend even more if you want. And all of these, of course, bring us to the conclusion. Okay, so to be honest, this headset is really growing on me, but not like an everyday use VR headset. It's more like that garage car, vintage car that you have, that you keep tweaking and changing things, and you're enjoying that even more than the ride itself. And to answer the big questions, should you get it? Well, that really depends on who you are, actually. This is not an headset for everybody. It's like gimmicky, clanky, it needs some love. If you're a regular person that wants just to enjoy games and go out there, like play a game and just don't think about anything, and having the tools disappearing in the experience, well, that is not the headset for you. Probably you should go for different things, for something that is already proven in the market already, with a better software implementation, easier on the graphic cards, and easier to get to the 90 FPS every time, to don't get reprojection and to don't get sick with it. Because this will probably bring you the faulty idea that VR is a gimmick and is something just for crazy people. But instead, if you are one of those crazy people, if you are a VR enthusiast, a really strong VR and computer enthusiast, like tech like me, you are not scared of like resetting your PC every month. You're not scared of restarting your PC 3 or 4 times a day. And that's based on the real story with it. Trust me, you already own another VR headset or even more, and you want more and more every time. You want to try and have the last thing available on the market, and you also have a super PC to run it. Well, that's exactly the headset that you want. Something that you're gonna be able to upgrade in the future, stay with it. It will give you the right challenges and you're gonna start to enjoy it even more with time. So should you upgrade to it? Well, that really depends. If you come from the first generation, well, that is gonna be a very big difference and you're gonna forget a lot of trade-offs and also a kind of the price. But if you come from generation 1.5, given the price and given all the trade-offs to have a wider FOV, well, probably doesn't make that much sense as from the first. I really want to conclude say something, by the way. The first in tech is never the best, and we know that. But in this case, if this is the first, well, I can't really wait to see more from Pimax itself and to use more these and to see also what the competition is gonna have to do to keep up with this experience. Okay guys, and that was all. It was my Pimax 5K Plus review. So as always, if you liked the video, like. If you didn't like the video, dislike. Subscribe to the channel for more about VR and tech, because here we are a VR tech channel, so where you can discover a lot of VR headset. We're gonna follow up with many videos with different comparison and also with the review of the 8K, so even more resolution than this one, that as you can see, it's over there. So subscribe for that, and you can check the description below for everything we talked about, and also the link to the Discord channel, so you can just come in the very small and cozy Discord channel we have and talk about stuff that you want, ask questions, so we can figure out what to do in the next video as well. Again, thanks so much for watching. Thanks to Tom, that was one of you guys that made everything possible from the beginning to create this huge and big VR Pimax story from the channel. So thanks again, and again, I said it many times, thanks for watching. I see you guys next video. Ciao.